Some plays are simple snapshots of a team's bigger problem. DeVonta Smith alone, wide open, and Jalen Hurts throws it too far. That 89-yard touchdown that never was sums up what's wrong with this Eagles team right now. The talent's there, but the execution and timing aren't. And when a roster that just won a Super Bowl starts missing the easy plays, you stop calling it a bad night and start calling it a trend. The headline is obvious. Philadelphia isn't the same team. The offense that turned scoring chances into points last season is hesitating. Hurts has missed throws he didn't miss a year ago. The run game that powered them is a shadow of itself. Saquon Barkley's numbers have dropped hard, and he's coming off a season with an enormous workload. That kind of mileage shows up. Burst fades, cuts slow, reads lag. Add an offensive line suddenly banged up and less consistent than last year, and the whole timing-based offense loses its engine. Coaching turnover matters too. Continuity was a huge part of the Eagles' rise, and losing coordinators in back-to-back seasons, then retooling the staff, changes phrasing, cadence, and the little things that make sync happen. When your QB and receivers don't see plays the same way, you throw away the easiest completions and give the defense life. Philly's scheme looks like a lesser version of itself. Fewer clean reads, worse situational play calling, and a tendency to disappear for long stretches. Defensively, the cracks are just as real. The front is not imposing like it used to. The missing presence of Jalen Carter this week and the offseason loss of Milton Williams have left gaps. When edge and interior pressure drops, offenses have extra time to find soft spots. The secondary, already thin, was exposed when Quinyon Mitchell left with a hamstring issue. Young corners get tested, veteran starters get overmatched. That combination turned a team that once bullied opponents into one that gets pushed around. There's also a psychological toll that can't be ignored: the Super Bowl hangover. Winning the whole thing demands an extra season's worth of minutes, and it takes a physical and mental toll on everyone. Barkley's 482 touches last year don't vanish. Extra practices, playoff mileage, and a parade of celebrations add up. Few teams repeat at peak level because the margin for error shrinks when wear and tear accumulates. What does fixing this look like, practically? First, shore up the trenches and the secondary. The trade deadline matters this year. A veteran corner and a guard or tackle upgrade would change matchups immediately. Second, simplify the offense where possible. Script early drives that get Barkley going and buy Hurts easy completions to rebuild timing. Third, manage Barkley's load. Design short yardage packages that keep him explosive and rotate backs more to protect his burst. Fourth, coaching must reestablish the basics. Finish blocks, finish tackles, eliminate self-inflicted penalties, and get back to detail work that built last year's identity. Finally, the leadership test is real. Nick Sirianni and this locker room have navigated late-season collapse before and rebounded. But they can't rely on reputation. The team must respond publicly and privately with urgency. Clearer game plans, crisper practice reps, and visible adjustments that show they're not coasting on last year's laurels. Bottom line, the Eagles' talent base is still elite, which means the problems are mostly correctable. But they've stopped making routine plays, and they're getting pushed in trenches and on the back end. If the front office does smart business at the deadline, if the coaches simplify and focus on fundamentals, and if Barkley gets smartly managed, Philly can right the ship. If not, this season could be another example of how hard it is to follow a championship with consistent excellence.